Saying hello again today from Montreal, Quebec, from a beautiful driving tour on February the 20th, 2011 with my local expert, Ronald Poiré, who actually is a food and culinary guide, but also a very expert local guide of all the different neighborhoods and history of Montreal. And you are taking me to a rather famous place right now.
Exactly. What we're on a street called Pierre Dupuis. One of the structural changes of Montreal occurred in the 60s with the World Fair Exposition of 1967. And all of this was landfilled. One of the first buildings built for the World Fair Exposition is the building coming up on the right side. It's called Habitat 67. Moshe Savdi, that did the National Gallery in Ottawa, designed this when he was a young kid. He was 21, 22 years old. It's 350 blocks assembled together, all prefabricated by blocks. When you live there, example, you own 3 blocks.
Oh, really? One
block could be a living room, 2-bedroom. Another block could be a living room and kitchen.
Yeah.
Nobody steps on the head of nobody. From your window, you never see inside of the house of another person.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Everybody has a terrace. So he reinvented a block apartment, and this today is classified as historical. It's classified historically. Nobody could touch it because Moshe Savdi became a world famous architect. So from a students of McGill University, the 60s were for young kids. He built that. Look at the view they have of the city of Montreal, the Old Montreal, the Mont Royal, the view. And we're taking the bridge to go on the site of Expo 67. On those 2 islands, one was called St. Helen Island. There were 2 islands. One was called L'Île Ronde and St. Helen. They merged them together, and after that, they man-made one island that's called Notre Dame. Notre Dame Island. That's where you have the F1, the Grand Prix du Canada, the F1 racing track.
Oh yeah. And
today, those islands, after a few years, are mainly parks. Huge, beautiful park in the middle of the St. Lawrence River. On the left side of the car, in the back, you could see the shape of the Jacques Cartier Bridge. That's over there. And on the right side, you have the first bridge that crossed the St. Lawrence. That's Victoria Bridge. That's right over here. And so we're going to enter that neighborhood, that's Expo 67. We're going to go take some picture. This is a place where people come by subway. In summer there's pool in those 2 parks. There's beaches. There's the racetrack of the F1. By the way, one funny thing that always surprises people, that the F1 track, its main purpose most of the year is a cycling path.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could go by car on it. But you have to be careful because the police check you. They don't want to speeding in there.
Right.
But most of the time people go there because it's part of the cycling path. Montreal has over 400 kilometers of cycling path. You could go basically everywhere and you have all the activity. On the right side, you could see 2 buildings with construction. The white building with the crane, that's the French pavilion of Expo 67. The gold building was the Quebec pavilion of Expo 67. Today that's the Casino of Montreal that's located over there with all the activity and all of that. And it's one of the most, those are beautiful buildings. And when we enter the park of L'Île Sainte-Hélène, it's one of the great parks that we have in Montreal.